What up, guys? It's Grant's Comics here, and today we're going to review Excalibur number 32. Boom, right there with awesome cover. And the really cool thing about this particular issue is that the direct edition is on the right side instead of the traditional left side, which I think is pretty cool and pretty different. I really haven't seen a comic that I've seen that where the stamp is on the opposite side of the book. It's usually on the corner, as you guys know. So when I did look at this, I thought it was like a special edition thing, and it's not, which I think is pretty cool. It's pretty different. Um, and yes, this is gonna be in my shop. I was originally gonna plan to sell it for $1, but I'm not gonna tell anybody this. But I'm gonna sell it maybe for like $2 because of how the stamp is. So people was gonna get mad. I'm like, oh, why are you gonna put it for more than $1, blah blah blah. Because usually I put these up for like $1 or something like that because it's Excalibur, not really special. But since the stamp is on the opposite side, I decided to maybe put it maybe for like $2 or something like that, raise it up a notch. So yeah, so this is Excalibur number 32 from 1990, and this whole thing is basically about Kitty Pryde. She goes to the UK. She goes to this all girls school, and when she goes there, first thing she happens to her is that she goes to her room, and these girls are like helping her unpack, but in reality, they actually pick on her because she is different and stuff like that. And there's at one point, at one point, uh, one of the girls reads the diary and she is all upset, and they just do mean stuff to her, stuff like that, and which is very not nice. Obviously, bullying is a very bad thing, and I don't know if Marvel at the time was trying to prove a point that bullying is bad, or if they were just putting it in there just because. I don't know what the purpose of this book was. I wasn't there in the 90s, so I don't know what their intention was to be. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I think in this issue she was gonna stay there for like a whole school year and stuff like that. And then there's this teacher. I think her name was Mrs. Vick or something. I forget what the name was. So in one of the panels, the teacher makes Kitty Pryde write like a lot of like a big essay, like basically saying like this a certain phrase. I'll show you after, a certain phrase where you have to write 1,000 times, and she does mention it. It's not on computer, so it's kind of hard for her. So her hands were all sore, and she's like, oh my gosh, I usually do this on computer. I'm not used to it writing. And think to myself, the 90s. This is the 90s, so I don't know if they predicted computers back then or when computers were starting to get new at the time. So I think computers were starting to get new because I think the computers came like in the late 80s or something. So yeah, that's one of them. And there's this scene. Oh, and this whole time until the end of the issue, Kitty Pryde loses her powers to go through walls, and there's one scene where she punches the wall and she bleeds, and it's like really random, but okay. But there's this one scene. Now, again, I'm gonna keep in mind that this is the 90s, so stuff like this, kissing the same gender, was not really a thing. So I don't know how they. Oh, and there's like a Hitler guy right there, like a Hitler, I don't know, wannabe or something. But I'll show you the page where I found it. Okay, there it is. I don't know if you can see that right over there where my thumb is. I know that they're kissing on the cheeks, but that's kind of like, and she's like, oh my gosh, this girl really kissed me on the cheeks. But yeah, there's that one. So I don't know. At first I'm like, is she kissing her on the lips or something? But no, it was actually on the cheeks, like a friendly friendly kiss on the cheeks. I guess that's how British people do it. If I do have British fans, comment down below if that's what you guys do in the UK, stuff like that. But to me, I just found that kind of weird and really interesting, mostly interesting because, like I said, this is a 90s book, and those kind of things weren't really open as it is now. So yeah, that's one of them. And so yeah, basically this whole story runs on Kitty Pryde and her going to school. There's a scene where she plays cricket, which if you guys if you guys don't know what cricket is, it's basically baseball but in the UK. She plays cricket. She gets teased by the girls saying that, oh, she can't play because she's a girly girl and she's gonna do all this, do all that, and she actually proves herself by hitting the ball basically, and she beats up the bully. So basically, she's standing up for herself, but in a way that shouldn't be handled. To me, if you get bullied, just walk away or report it. You know, don't get into a fight because it's gonna only make it worse. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is a pretty good issue. I do love it. It's Excalibur 32 School Girls from Heck Part 1 out of 3. So there's probably like two more that I don't have. So this is Part 1. I do love it when I get comics and when they have parts. There's like Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. I do love getting the first part to a comic because it's easier to understand that particular storyline. So yeah, I mean, I do have some comics where I have like Part 2, Part 3. I don't have Part 1, which is kind of sucky, where I have to find the other parts to that issue. And I think the only comic I have where I have every single part is the Maximum Carnage storyline. I have every single parts to it. I think the Maximum Carnage storyline is like 15 parts, so I have every single one of them. So yeah, that's it for now. Excalibur number 32 from 1990. If you guys aren't subscribed to Grant's Comics and you guys are watching this video, make sure you like this video, give the video a thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe to Grant's Comics. And if you guys are subscribed to Grant's Comics and you're watching this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and share this video to the comic book community. Like I said in many of my videos, I'm trying to get Grant's Comics to a bigger audience. I think I have like 91 subscribers on Grant's Comics, which is awesome. I'm almost to 100, so please share Grant's Comics channels to the comic book community, and let's get this to 100. And I'll see you guys on the next video.